everyone, welcome back to Streed's Guide to Fraggle Rock. Today I'm going to be reviewing Season 3, Episode 18, The Cavern of Lost Dreams. This episode starts out with Doc delightfully crafting a brand new kind of dog food for Sprocket. All of Doc's attempts fail, however, so Sprocket takes it upon himself to do the cooking as Doc marvels at the idea of a dog creating his own dog food. Meanwhile on the rock, Architect Doozer is marveling at his latest creation, whilst Cotterpin is unenthused, showing him her own unique design. Unfortunately, the Fraggles don't like it, and Cotterpin expresses her fatigue with seeing the same old towers over and over, feeling that they're dull and uninspiring. In rebuttal, the architect states that the current towers are even greater than those in the Cavern of Lost Dreams. Cotterpin's intrigued and treks onward to the mysterious cavern, much to the architect's dismay, warning that there are no records, no maps, or even evidence that it even existed. Sometime later, we see Cotterpin on the road singing a song echoing her staunch individualism.
Every time I hit the highway, feel my spirit start to fly alone. I'm on my own. Thank you, breeze, you're blowing my way. Got no cares and got no cause to moan. I'm on my own. Every way I wander is the way I want to go. Every way I wander, I find one more way to grow. I'm on my own.
Cotterpin's unsure of where to even find the elusive cavern, but quickly overhears Wimbley and Red's conversation about Gobo being able to find any place you want. Naturally, Cotterpin's overwhelmed with joy and immediately rides off to his cave. She arrives and immediately knows how to wrangle Gobo via stroking his ego, and when that fails, she manipulates his explorer's temerity in a way Red would be proud of.
Why, that's not true.
Mister, been this way before, Gobo. Second time around, Fraggle.
I can find any place I want to.
If your uncle's been there before.
Wait, hey, no, listen, that's not true. The things I let myself get talked into.
Oh, come on, Gobo. Just think of it as an adventure. Imagine the Cavern of Lost Dreams.
Back in the workshop, Sprocket's having a time inventing a new kind of dog food while Doc grows impatient. We then return to the rock with the two finding their bearings. Gobo then nearly walks straight into an itching plant, a plant that causes permanent itching, and Fraggle Rock continues to be terrifying. They bicker a bit, and we then see two geriatric Doozers emerging as they walk by. Soon after, they finally discover the mysterious, magisterial Cavern of Lost Dreams, untouched by Time's huge hand.
Come on, put me down, this is incredible!
Almost unbelievable.
Now this is architecture! Why, these towers put the ones in the Great Hall to shame!
Oh, now, I wouldn't say that.
Well, I would. That's completely amazing! Completely original!
And completely unmapped. Now,
Gobo wanders off as Cotterpin marvels at the archaic designs. She then meets the caretakers, Krusty and Yeaster. Damn, someone's parents hated them. If I were the writer of this episode, I'd designate these two with Stone Age names like Hammerstone and Spearhead. In fact, I'm going to call them that from now on. Krusty's Hammerstone, Yeaster Spearhead. They mention a relief detachment and explain that several hundreds of years ago the ancient Doozers left in search of new building materials, whilst their ancestors stayed behind to guard the sacred towers until the detachment returned, which is extremely heartbreaking when you consider the implications of this. Cotterpin's in awe of this majestic place, so she sings a gospel-adjacent song celebrating her inspiring discovery with the two geriatric Doozers.
Eye to eye, and sky is blue as blue. Eye to eye, 'cause I'm standing here with you. I feel so happy. The sun is shining through, I'm gonna see eye to eye with you. You betcha! Eye to eye with you.
4-5, nothing will be different. Everything's the same.
We'll join together, play them good old games.
Yes, and when danger threatens, we'll do what we always do, and we'll see eye to eye with you. Eye
also noticed that the lyrics cleverly convey the opposing ideals of Cotterpin and the elderly Doozers before we're even aware of their dichotomous beliefs. This may be a bit of a strange comparison, but it reminds me of an integral scene from The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, where our main characters discuss what they plan to do with their riches, with each character presenting an opposing goal that reflects their inner motivations and inner selves. Kurt desires peace, Howard desires rest, and Dobbs desires self-gratification. And through this ballad, a similar writing technique is expressed, with Cotterpin exalting change, and the two elderly Doozers exalting rigidity. It's an impeccable way of foreshadowing the main conflict later in the episode without feeling jarring. Cotterpin and Spearhead wander off to see some more of the unique structures, and Gobo returns trying one of the sacred towers, which proves to be a grave mistake.
All right, defiler of the sacred structures, march!
Oh, you talking to me?
You heard me, riding beast!
I'm not a riding beast.
I'm putting you in prison. You should have stuck to grazing moss.
Oh, yeah? And how does a little doozer like you propose to get a big fraggle like me into prison, eh?
With a little spear covered with the sap of a big itching plant. Now march!
Yeah, I'm marching. I'm
march,
marching.
beast!
Sometime later, Cotterpin and Spearhead return, shocked to see Gobo imprisoned. She immediately asks Hammerstone what happened, and he explains that Gobo disturbed the sacred towers, an offense punishable by imprisonment. Surprised they didn't kill him. Cotterpin naturally thinks this is ridiculous and rebuilds the tower with her own design, which only serves to exacerbate things when they accuse her of being a radical, jailing her alongside Gobo. Two are out of options until Gobo is reminded of the one place he knows to turn to for inspiration.
Fraggle.
Just kidding, he reads a postcard from his Uncle Traveling Matt. Matt finds himself in a scenic antique store sitting in, I swear to God, the same chair my great-great-grandmother owned. Unfortunately, the card doesn't really help much. However, Cotterpin's brewed up her own plan.
What's wrong?
Well, I don't know. We just killed her.
Well, let me have a look.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
well-
better do that. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have eaten the sacred towers, riding beast.
I am not a riding beast. I am a fraggle. Got it?
Oh.
Gobo Fraggle.
Well, not exactly the way I said it, but I'm always open to new ideas. Now,
What are you gonna do with us?
show you some other doozers.
Other radicals.
Well, your relatives, actually.
But I don't want to leave.
Maybe we need a change.
Hold on tight.
Oh.
Well, I am sick of guard duty.
We need something different in our lives.
And I'm taking you someplace different. I'm taking you home.
They return to the rock with Hammerstone and Spearhead awestruck by the innovations made by their people, finally embracing a new way of life, whilst Cotterpin learns to cherish the freedom she's been given despite the architect's criticisms, even crafting a new design combining the contemporary towers with that of the sacred towers, a different but enjoyable snack for the Fraggles. We then return to the workshop, and Sprocket has finally crafted his own culinary work of art.
Say, this is good. Why, humans could eat this too. I can see the ad campaign now. End those lonely mornings with the cereal both you and your dog can chew on.
This is what I consider to be one of Fraggle Rock's most underrated episodes. I really connected with its themes of moving past obsolete ideals, finding a harmony between the young and the old. I'll admit, I've held regressive views before, so watching this now is quite cathartic. It's so liberating to finally abandon a retrogressive way of thinking. My life has vastly improved since I stopped seeing monsters in every shadow. I know how comforting it can be to cling to a philosophy you've held for life. I'll be the first to admit that change is scary, horrifying even. I've also found myself in Cotterpin's place too, having to deal with Neanderthalic ways of thinking. My morality has been outright thrown into question just because of my gender identity. Not unlike Cotterpin's morality being thrown into question for her creativity. What this episode does so impeccably is convey that change is a natural part of life. The new isn't always dystopian and scary. Never thought you'd hear me say that, eh? Hammerstone and Spearhead needed something different in their lives. When you really think about it, they've suffered through an existential tragedy residing in the forgotten Cavern of Lost Dreams. Imagine living your entire life in solitude, constantly on guard for a forgotten remnant of the past, spending your entire existence waiting for a relief detachment that'll never come. I can't imagine the unfathomable loneliness their ancestors must have faced. Countless lives frittered away, preserving architecture better left untouched. The Cavern of Lost Dreams is almost a character within itself. There's an atmosphere of mystique and antiquity coating the cave. Even the name itself echoes the episode's themes. The Cavern of Lost Dreams is clearly representative of a bygone era. The ideals, the dreams, the ways of the ancient Doozers were revolutionary for their time, but times change. I know I'm focusing very heavily on the episode's themes, but I'd also like to point out that Gobo and Cotterpin make for a great duo. It's a shame we don't see any more episodes dedicated to them. I love their banter. Cotterpin's got quite a few funny lines. She's also one of the few characters that knows exactly how to handle Gobo and his magnanimous ego. The songs here are impeccable, of course. I'm on My Own serves as an almost spiritual sequel to The Way I've Got to Go. It perfectly defines her rebellious character. Out of the two songs in this episode, this one's undeniably my favorite. As mentioned earlier, Eye to Eye seamlessly foreshadows the conflict of ideals between our characters. Although I prefer I'm on My Own based on the melody and echoes of staunch individualism in which I firmly believe in, but the majesty of Eye to Eye is not to be ignored either. As for the Doc subplot, I actually quite liked it. It's so adorable to see Doc and Sprocket working together to make their own dog food, and by the end, through their collaboration and joint creativity, they've made a food suitable for both dog and man, reinforcing the episode's themes of using the old to complement the new, creating something greater. Overall, this is an episode of Fraggle Rock I still treasure for its wit, intelligent writing, and themes of embracing change. I'm gonna give this one a cozy yet adventurous radish. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all for Season 3's worst episode.